As someone who's moved around a few times, I am always amused at the way people give directions. So where do the Millers live? Oh, you see, what you want to do is go down past Main Street where the old J.C. Penney's used to be, and then turn left where the Smith's tree was struck by lightning 10 years ago, and then right past the Johnson's homestead. You can't miss it. What? Then there are those who start throwing around words like east and west. Sorry, I forgot to bring my compass. That's why I'm so grateful for GPS. Sure, it may lead me astray once in a while, but 90% of the time, it works every time. Don't you wish life had a GPS feature or someone to tell you to take a right or left regarding life's decisions? The truth is, making decisions is exhausting. Studies have actually shown that people when they're faced with too many decisions, they go into a sort of a paralysis, refusing to choose at all. This is why some restaurants strive to keep their menu as simple as possible. Imagine walking into Subway and facing a menu board with every single possible combination of sandwich. The choices would be in the thousands. My brain hurts just imagining it. Instead of making us choose between 1,000 options, they break it down into smaller chunks. What kind of bread, what kind of meat, etc. Making decisions is exhausting. Whether choosing between sandwich options or deciding between career options, sometimes we just want someone to help make the decisions for us. In Psalm 23, David imagines God as a shepherd, and David is a sheep. Something we need to remember about sheep is that they are dumb. Sheep are some of the dumbest creatures alive. You don't want sheep making decisions. If it were up to the sheep, they would stay in one place until they have eaten all the grass and there's nothing left but dirt. Then they would eat the dirt. With this in mind, consider the words of David in the second half of Psalm 23, verse 3. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. First, notice how the shepherd cares for his flock. He does not send the flock while he stays home. He doesn't drive the flock, pushing them from behind. No, a shepherd leads the flock. He walks ahead of the sheep, and the sheep follow. The Gospel of John calls Jesus the Good Shepherd. He is the one who goes ahead of us. There is no path that we walk that Jesus has not walked. No decision that we face that he has not faced. According to Hebrews 2:17, therefore he had to be made like his brothers in every respect, so that he might become a merciful and faithful high priest in the service of God, to make propitiation for the sins of the people. And Hebrews 4:15, for we do not have a high priest who is unable to sympathize with our weaknesses, but one who in every respect has been tempted as we are, yet without sin. How can we trust Jesus to lead us along good paths? How can we trust that his ways are the right ways and that he's not going to lead us off a cliff? We can trust him because he goes before us. He has already walked the path and knows where we need to go. The second thing we should notice about Psalm 23:3 is the kind of path Jesus leads us on. David calls it the path of righteousness. It's not the path of ease and comfort, the path of wealth and luxury. It's the path of righteousness. Consider what Jesus says about it in Matthew 7:13-14. Enter by the narrow gate. For the gate is wide and the way is easy that leads to destruction, and those who enter by it are many. For the gate is narrow and the way is hard that leads to life, and those who find it are few. The paths that Jesus leads us on are sometimes hard and sometimes lonely, but they are the paths that lead to life. Now, I'm not saying that Jesus will tell you what to order for lunch each day, but I am saying that no matter what decisions we face, big or small, we can face them without fear because we are not alone. Our Good Shepherd is leading us by the power of the Holy Spirit, by His Word, and by His people. If we listen to Him, He will steer us in the right direction, and He will be right there with us every step of the way.